Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Sagittarius in October 2019. Hello, Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, Sag, look at where we are. We're back home. Oh man, it's bittersweet. As some of you may know, I recently was on vacation. I was visiting my sister. I had a lovely time staying with her. It was so wonderful. I didn't have to work. I mean, I did this, but I didn't have to work like my regular job. I could sleep in. I could relax. It was just wonderful. But now I'm back home, back to the grind. And yeah, it's bittersweet because it's good to be busy. It's good to have things to occupy your time. But ultimately, it sucks if that thing that occupies your time isn't fulfilling, right? So anyway, that's what's going on with me. Hopefully everything that's going on with you is going well. Hopefully you have had a good, not good, but you know, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I just hope like things have been going well for you. I mean, I wish that for everybody, all the signs that I read for, every person I read for in a personal, I'm hoping for the best. I'll tell you off the top, Sagittarius, in case you haven't watched any of my other videos for October, things have been kind of challenging for the collective. So let's see what happens with your reading, shall we? Okay. All right, Sag, let's get into it. I have shuffled off camera. That's your main spread there. I'm going to shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all of the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp will be in the description box below if you choose to jump ahead. Also, the information you need if you choose to get a personal reading with me is going to be down in the description box as well. If you want to clarify something before you place an order, feel free to email me at the exact same email address, okay? And of course, guys, remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe here on the video. Interact with the channel, do all that fun stuff YouTube allows you to do. Tons of growth has been happening this year, and I just want to see that trend continue. This is one of my goals that I've set when I, started this channel, was to, create a community and to really connect with people who were living or experiencing life in a similar way that I was. And so far, it's been good. I want to see that trend continue. So if you want to help a girl out, you can do all or any of those things that YouTube allows you to do. It's generally good karma. In my belief, you know what I mean? It's like if you're not going to be able to walk up to a person, me or any other tarot reader or anybody that you interact with on social media, if you don't ever have the chance to work with them or meet them, shake their hand and say, oh my God, I love your work, or oh my God, I love everything you do, or oh, the thing that you put up on YouTube was so informative or inspiring to me, whatever you might want to say to that person, the least you could do, or the least most minimal way to show appreciation is just to click the like button or click the subscribe button or to leave a comment. And even your comment doesn't even have to be like a word. In this day and age, if you leave like a string of emojis, that usually tells people something that's going on in your life, right? But anyway, Sagittarius, only if you want to, by the way. That's not like a demand, it's just a suggestion, okay? All right, Sagittarius, let's get into it. I've rambled at you enough. You might not even be listening to me. You might already be at the future part of the video. Anyway, let's get to Sagittarius' outcome. I want to see Sagittarius' outcome in October 2019. Sagittarius' outcome in October 2019. Please show me. There it is. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. Okay. And that goes there. Two cards came face down, so let's see what's shaking. Okay. Few repeating cards here. I told you, collectively, something is in the air, man. With everybody. Ugh. But let's see what's going on with you specifically. Please show me where Sagittarius is in October 2019. Please show me Sagittarius in October 2019. Please show me. Okay. We got it. We got it. So let's go. Sagittarius, coming in to October, you come in with the energy of the Eight of Wands. This is such a disturbing depiction of the Eight of Wands in my opinion, because I mean, traditional Eight of Wands is literally 8 wands flying through the air. With this Santa Muerte deck, you've got this skull, the wands are red and they have little skulls at the end. It's very surreal, this depiction of the Eight of Wands. But regardless, this can indicate for you, Sagittarius, tons of communication coming in, coming out. I'm feeling for some of you, this is especially over the internet, especially over email or more than text. I feel it's a little bit more formal, quote unquote, formal than text. So you might be in correspondence, you might be submitting forms. This could be, you could be doing Skype calls or doing interviews or doing something over the internet. And it's really about an exchange between you and another person, or you and your clientele, you and people that you're partnering with in a creative sense, people that you're partnering with in business, whatever. And it's fast in the sense of instantaneous. That's why it heavily feels like it's over the internet. This isn't like a letter or anything like that, or it isn't even like a phone call, or actually getting someone on the phone. It's like sometimes you miss the call. This is like, as soon as you send it, it's received. Whether or not they read it, that's another thing. But as soon as you click the send button, it's already in their inbox. Does that make sense? So there's something fast about this communication, or something fast about your energy. Or if it's not fast, it's very intent. It's like, you're the archer, right, of the zodiac. And I'm really seeing your archetype, or I'm really seeing your glyph, where it's like a bow and arrow. And I'm just like, shoom, 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 like things are shooting off quickly, as quickly as you can shoot off a bow and arrow, right? But whatever you're doing, or whatever you're communicating about, or whoever you're communicating with, the name of the game is getting shit done for you, Sagittarius. It's really about accomplishment right now. It feels like anything you say or do has an actual purpose, which might be a little out of the ordinary for you. Meaning, I feel that there's a certain goal or a certain plateau or area in your life that you want to see improvement, or something that you want to accomplish, something that you want to obtain, something that you want to learn, something that you want to be exposed to or gain entry into. Like some of you, maybe you're like sending off job applications or college admissions, or, art program submissions, things like that. You're really like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And it does require, like I said, correspondence and communication. I don't want to say you're very confident. You feel pretty good about your chances. Feel pretty good about your odds, Sagittarius. And I'm not looking down at the board, so I have no idea what's down there. But in this starting point where you primarily reside thus far in the reading, it feels really positive. It feels really, like I said, you feel confident or assured. You feel as if, even if you come up against a roadblock, you can see your way through or around or over that roadblock, okay? So you're ready to take on any adversity or any setbacks or any hiccups to your plan. And that is because, again, like if you imagine maybe an archer or whoever, like constantly shooting arrows, trying to hit a target. Let's say the first arrow misses, okay? Load it up again, shoot again. It's like 2 feet away from the target. Oh, wow, it was like, it skimmed the target. And now, it's just like, you are unrelenting with this shooting of your intention or shooting towards a goal. That's why I feel you're confident, because you're not giving up the fight. You're not giving up on trying to obtain something, to hit the target, to hit the goal, right? If this person A, you apply for a job with them, or maybe you're like a freelance writer or an artist and you're trying to drum up clients, or, you're really selling yourself as an artist. Here's my portfolio. Here are the things I've designed. Here are the things I've drawn. Da 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 da. Do you want to work with me? And they're like, I don't know. And before they even say, No, you're just like, phew, and then you go on the person two. Hey, here's my portfolio. Here's the things I can design. Here are the things I'm good at. Do you want to work with me? Do you have any need for me in your life? Well, maybe. How about, and you're still going to keep in contact with these people, but it's just like, until you get an absolute yes, you're going to keep knocking on doors. You're going to keep sending out emails and sending out messages, and you're going to keep persisting, going towards whatever you're going towards. So yeah, it feels really positive in the start here. Yes, here it is. I'm looking down now. So, well, okay. Interesting. So that Eight of Wands. I'm not really sure, but I feel it's mostly, the next one is here, I think. Because I'm not sure what this is just yet. Yes, is that right? Yep. Well, be clearer about that, please. Okay, good. Thank you. So, below your starting position, you have the King of Pentacles, a repeat character for the month of October. This guy has been in almost all the readings. Anyway, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You might be dealing with an Earth sign, but you don't have to be. This might be someone you're corresponding with. That would make sense. Yes, absolutely. I mean, look at this guy. He's carrying this chest. What's in that chest? Maybe what he has under his arm is exactly what you want, and you need to solicit him, or you need to get into business with him, get into contact with him, make a relationship with him, whatever it is. In some cases, you already know this person, and it's just a matter of getting them to kind of work with you, come around to an idea that you have, something like that. In other cases, you don't know this person and you need sort of like an introduction, or you're just now meeting them, you're just now becoming known to them, or they've become known to you. Like if you, again, are like an artist and you're trying to get into a gallery, or you're trying to get your work bought or displayed, or you're trying to, like, I know a lot of illustrators, they'll work primarily with like a publication or like an online magazine or newspaper or something like that, and they'll become like one of the pool of artists or illustrators that, will, submit art for like a column or something like that, like they regularly go to, like something like that. Freelance, basically. And you're trying to meet this person or get your drawings or whatever across their desk, or they're looking for you. Someone, either way, it's going to go either way for you guys. And I'm using art. If it's not art, it could be something else. You could be like you could be in the financial sector. It does not matter. But this person has something you want with that chest. The King of Pentacles is a very accomplished person, either materially or financially. They're very successful, or they're successful and they have something in terms of like status or position, right? So even if this isn't the person who can get you hired, or is the person that makes the decision to hire you, this person just might have the contacts, you know what I mean? This person might be the gatekeeper to the head honcho who could hire you. You see what I mean? So there's this very key relationship that you want with this person, or that you have with this person, and you just have to finesse it just right. Because the thing about the King of Pentacles, this person, male or female, doesn't matter, they already know. Well, they don't know exactly what you want, but they know people want things from them. You don't get to be the King of Pentacles. You don't get to be in a position of power, or a position of influence, or a position where you have a lot of money or access, and don't expect people to come knocking on your door saying, hey, King of Pentacles, can you help me out? This person is used to that treatment, or used to that, vibe or dynamic between themselves and other people. So they're cautious. They're not going to, entertain or get involved with, or even have a discussion with just anybody. If this was like something like music, another creative venture, but like a music, this could be like a producer. Oh, hey, King of Pentacles. Oh man, I got a great song for you. Or, my little sister, she can sing. It's like, I'm just doing my grocery shopping here, guy. Like, this is the King of Pentacles talking. I'm just trying to live my life. Like, day in, day out, this person is inundated with people trying to get him or her to help them out. Okay, so this person, you're kind of doing that with them, but Sagittarius, and if it's not one person, like I said, it's like person A, B, C, D, all the way down to Z. Every person that has a gatekeeper energy about them, or they have something that you want for yourself, you're going to approach them. But it's really coming across as like one particular person. So there might be one particular producer, one particular editor, one particular doctor if you're like a resident, or professor if you're a college student. There's like one particular person that you're just like, I want to work with them. I need them to read my story. I need them to see my art. I need them to look over my portfolio. That's the person I want to work with, okay? If it's not professional, and it feels kind of professional, but it could go the other way, because a lot of readings this for October thus far have been really heavy on relationships of all kinds. This could be about familial relationships, dating, things like that. And you're shooting messages out to a person, trying to connect with them. It could be romantic, like I said, family, friends, it doesn't really matter. And I feel in some cases, if you're dating, you have swiped on someone who's just like your bread and butter. Well, not your bread and butter, but like your dream come true or something like that. I'm going to take both of those back. Not bread and butter, not dream come true. Take those back. But somebody of quality, somebody of substance. If this is a dating situation, this person has really caught your eye. Like immediately, they're physically attractive with the King of Pentacles. Pentacles rule over things that we see and value here in the 3D world. Usually money, usually possessions or time and things like that. But it can be also physical attractiveness or physical appearance, right? So to you, they're gorgeous, or to you, they're handsome as fuck, whatever it is. And so now you're just like, how can I get close to that person? Like really, Sagittarius, your energy feels very scheming. And maybe I shouldn't use the word scheming, because I don't think it's necessarily underhanded. Some of you maybe. You might be a little shady with how you're going about this, so, you know, do what you want. But I feel your intention is just like, I have to have it. You're very much in a fiery energy, which of the 3 fire signs, you're probably like the least fiery. Most times, not all the time, most times. Leo and Aries, oh my god, like over the top with the fire energy. Sagittarius to me is usually like a smoldering energy with like bursts of intent, or excuse me, not intent, but bursts of intensity. And I think this is one of your moments where you're having a burst of intensity. This person is so cute, you have to have them. This person is so interesting, so accomplished, whatever. And in the dating sense, if they have something you want, it's not that you're chasing clout. It's not that you're chasing after him or her because they drive a nice car or anything like that. It's really like, I feel your interest in any sense, in any realm, Sagittarius, is very genuine. It's very, got it. You're doing it because where you're coming from has been like a dead zone. Okay, so previous to this moment, Sagittarius, you've been kind of meh, like a flopping fish on the ground, like gasping for water, gasping in the oxygen, going, oh, this is my life, I guess. Just like uninspired, listless, very just, like I said, in a dead zone. And now you see this person, you see this opportunity, you're pulling yourself up by by your bootstraps, saying, you know what, I work a dead-end job, or I've been unemployed for a while, or I'm in between jobs, whatever it is, and it's just like, you know what, screw that. I'm going out here and I'm going to live my dream. I'm going to become an illustrator. Like you're already working in that industry, but maybe you're just like, no, I'm going to make that my primary job. This is what I'm going to do full time. Maybe you work an office job like yours truly, but you have a passion on the side, and the passion has just been on the side and it works, but you want it to work all the time. You want it to be your primary source of income. Yeah? So now you see a chance to make that happen. But previous to now, dead zone. Looking up across the room at this very blank wall that's over there, I forget what's down here. I throw my eyes down, dead zone. This is where you've been before. 4 of Swords. A lot of people have been getting this card as well for October. And I don't know why I'm telling you this, Maybe. Okay, remember I said some of you are scheming? Okay. Bear with me here. For those that are scheming and you're like, how do I get to this person? You might know what this person's zodiac sign is. They don't have to be an earth sign, right? Just because they're the King of Pentacles. They could be a freaking Aquarius or something like that. I think I keep mentioning what other signs are doing is because maybe some of you are doing a little spying on this person in tarot readings or in psychic. You know, maybe you're talking to a psychic. So I have this guy. He's really cute. I really like him, but like, I don't know what the deal. You know, whatever. Some of you are consulting or digging for information on this person. All right, so that's the clear up the scheming thing. Because I was just like, why am I saying scheming? Now I know. You a sneak. And that's okay. I understand. Now, previous to this moment, Sagittarius, you were in this Four of Swords energy. Some of you might still be like kind of yawning and stretching and coming out of this energy, or it might be something you default back to when things don't work out. So be cautious of that, or be aware of your own tendencies to fall into this energy. But the Four of Swords is a restful period. It's a time of reflection and respite and really sort of recalibrating yourself. Now, your interaction with this card, at least recently, feels very more positive, or at least more proactive than other signs have been. Other signs have been knocked on their ass by this energy. You, Sagittarius, I think you've really utilized what has been going on in the Four of Swords to your advantage. Like, you see how this character is nailing the coffin shut? That shows work. That shows industry or industrious energy. I'm going to utilize this. I'm going to make the most of it. It's like, I'm not just going to be sad and depressed about this. I'm actually going to, you know, so it's like that. So like, even if, okay, I'm saying it's like that as if you saw what I saw. What I saw was somebody who took the day off of work, or, you know, over the weekend. You know, it's one of those lazy weekends where it's like sweatpants all day. Ladies, you go to do a Walmart run, you don't even put a bra on. You know, it's like one of those things, right? And it's in that moment, you still are planning for what's going to happen when you come out of the Four of Swords. So I'm seeing after you do the Walmart run to go pick up, you know, a half gallon of ice cream and some Doritos, because that's breakfast. After you do that, you come home, you watch a few things on Netflix, and then something in you goes, stop this. Or something in you goes, you know what? Let's not do this. So you get out of yourself. Like, it's like you're pushing a part of yourself forward to be productive. And you make a list, or you journal, or you get on Google and you start to research local, not local, but like publications looking for illustrators, or how do I become, you know, a regular contributor to a magazine with illustrators, whatever. You are researching and sending out the intention to the universe of, what do you want? What does Sagittarius want? I want to be successful as an illustrator, as an animator, as a writer, as a musician, whatever. So then you start to research, how can I make this happen? You start to Google people's names. Okay, so John Doe or Jane Smith of blah, blah, blah magazine, And like, you really are doing some heavy, heavy research while still in your PJs eating ice cream and Doritos for breakfast after you've had a really sad and lonely weekend. Four of Swords. But again, this is kind of what's in the past. Some of you still might be going through this. You know, eventually you'll get out of it. But I feel many of you are past that. Or like I said, you might slip back into it. But your tenacity with that Eight of Wands, I want it so bad, is kind of propelling you forward. If you slip and go back into the Four of Swords, I don't think you'll be there long. I really don't. Interesting. Sagittarius, thus far, this is so much more positive. What are you? You're the 9th sign? My God. Thank you. I mean, other readings have been positive, but they've been heavy. Yours feels kind of light, medium to light, okay? Now, what else is going on? Yeah, so that's what's going on. Okay. This is tricky. I'm not sure what that's about, because I see what it is, but I'm like, it has no place here. You're a stranger. Interloper, you shouldn't be here, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Now, up here, I think that's where we're continuing. Yes, thank you. Well, ooh, are we jumping? No, it's here, but yeah, okay, thank you. It'll be that way. They're like that way. Okay, so across your top line, it's all you. I'm not the only other person I feel is here is the King of Pentacles thus far. This is also you, I think. This Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so single ladies card. That is sometimes referred to as. You don't have to be a single lady, obviously, to experience this. You could be a male. But this is definitely like, it's usually a card that indicates this is what you have. I think this is what you want. And you see how the hand is like reaching up towards the branches there? That might be what's really going on. You're very close to this. You're very close, Sagittarius, to having this Nine of Pentacles. Now, Nine of Pentacles, single ladies card, you might be confused, like, well, if I'm chasing a hot guy or a very beautiful woman, how could I want to be single ladies? No. The Nine of Pentacles is, what does that song say? It's basically saying, I'm a fucking catch. You should have put a ring on it when you had the chance. Oh, you might be saying that to somebody from your past, or you might be saying that to this person. Like maybe you're, I don't know. I don't want to read too much into it. But basically, Single Ladies is an anthem that basically says, I'm fine by myself. Or I'm confident. I'm abundant. I have money. I'm sexy. I'm vibrant. I'm charismatic. This, that, and the other. It's a song that basically says, oh, you devalued me? Or I'm coming from dealing with people who didn't see how amazing I was. Oh, I'm going to show you. It's kind of like that. So you're reaching for that. Now, in terms of the career, in terms of what you want to do, that makes sense. If you feel confident in your skills as an artist, a musician, a writer, again, a business person, a social media guru, or what are those people called? Influencers, right? If you think I can be the next big thing on Instagram, I can be the next big thing getting started on YouTube or going to Twitch for like gaming or something like that. Go and do, well, I know you're going to go and do it. Your intention is all over the place here. This Nine of Pentacles suggests to me that sometime when you're in this Four of Swords, you get that attitude all over you. It pours down over you. It flushes through your system. Yeah? Remember, I said that. You do your little Walmart run on like a day where you're down in the dumps and then something just goes bang, snap out of it, Sagittarius. And you're like, you know what? I'm a bad bitch out here. Or, you know what? I'm a bad, shut your mouth. I'm going to get it. And it's something clicks in you that says, you know what? There's nothing stopping me. There's nothing in this world that will stop me. I'm going to have this abundance. I'm going to have whatever this person has, like this gatekeeper over here, or that really attractive person that I've swiped right on. I'm going to have a date with them. I'm going to get up in the jeans. I'm going to get up in all of that. Not in a creepy, like, predatory way, but it's just like your confidence is turned on. Just like, you know how like when you start a burner on a stove, tick, 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 and then the flames just go, whoof. It's like that. And I said that about you, didn't I? Your fire energy is usually quite smoldering. It's usually like simmering along. And then out of nowhere, Sagittarius bursts through with bang, I'm here. This is what I want. And this is how, you have that really rambunctious energy. And I feel your Nine of Pentacles is really giving you a confidence boost, or is really, not even a boost. That's like the layer, the foundation of where this is coming from. You realize I could have it all. Or you have enough that you can sustain yourself. So maybe to a certain degree, you're not like a starving artist, but you're you're an artist that could do with like a hot meal. You know what I mean? You're not starving. You're not out on the streets, but you're just like, you know what? I can really, it's sort of like maybe you've been working your regular job, Sagittarius, for those who are like trying to make the side gig the main gig, right? Maybe you've saved enough money where you're about to roll the dice. You know what? I'm just going to buy, this recording equipment. I'm going to go buy new paint brushes or new, a whole new set of art equipment. And I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to go crazy. I'm just going to spend an entire weekend illustrating and drawing and building up my resume or building up my portfolio. This Nine of Pentacles from maybe your main job where you've been able to save money, or maybe you have like an extensive amount of time off. Like you could take like 2 weeks of vacation, and in that 2 weeks, you're just like, in 2 weeks, I'm going to start my own business, or in 2 weeks, I'm going to start doing this. This is a game plan, or the foundation of a game plan. Yeah. This all works in your favor, to me, in combination. Wonderful, really. Maybe the single ladies thing. Maybe you've been single for a while. Maybe you've locked yourself away in an ivory tower. You dated a bunch of kissed a bunch of frogs, dated a bunch of trolls, went out with a lot of snakes and rats, and you just haven't had a good time out in the single life. But now, for some reason, you're just like, you know what it is? I'm too nice. This is just maybe what some of you are saying. I'm too nice. I give too many chances. Or maybe I don't know. There's something about I'm going to do it slightly differently in order to get what I want. So maybe instead of doing dating apps, maybe you're actually like going to hire a matchmaker or some shit like that. Or maybe you're actually going to go out and like talk to people at a bar, or talk to people at a festival, or talk to people on the street instead of, sitting on your phone in the dark, swiping left, swiping right. You know what I mean? Yes. Confidence. Right below that Nine of Pentacles energy. Strength card. Major Arcana Strength card. Major Arcana Strength cards is the... Oh my god, I'm tongue-tied now. Why? Is the card of Leo. Some of you might be dealing... Some of you might be dealing with a Leo. And look at... how I just picked this card up and I was a little tongue-tied there. And I told you, for those who are dating, you have your eye on someone. And I told you, I kept mentioning other signs and other readings. And I'm like, this person doesn't have to be a King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy. They could be any energy. And then I get all tongue-tied and fumbly when I introduce the Leo. So some of you might have your eye on a Leo. Go check it out. I think they had a pretty good reading. Let me think about it. Yes, they had a pretty good reading. You should go check it out. For those that are dealing with a Leo. Like, for sure. You're like, dang, I want that Leo so bad. Go look. See if there's anything in there for you. Now, if it's not about a Leo, if it's not about any other person, which I feel as an energy for your reading, it's really not about another person. This is about you. Sagittarius, you see how this luchador is like struggling with like this dragon and like putting it under his control? I feel that's what you're doing. A lot of times people will say the Strength card is wrestling with the beast of the self, or the dark side of yourself. Maybe that's what you're doing. Because again, I feel you have come from a slightly depressed place, or a place where you haven't been so confident or felt so ready to take on the world. But I feel everything else around it thus far says you're ready. You're ready. And I feel the Strength card might be your attitude about it. Because, like, I'm getting, since this is a luchador, right? A wrestler, I feel like, you know how it is. Like, well, assuming you've ever seen wrestling. And I can only talk about, like, WWE because it's the only type of wrestling I know. But you know how, like, wrestlers, they have more than one opponent. You know what I mean? Or any sports, competitive anything. There isn't one football team versus one football team and that's the season. It's not one hockey team versus the other hockey team and then that's the end and the Stanley Cup is awarded after one game. No, you go through a series of games, you go through an entire season where you go up against various opponents. This is what this feels like. You have, or there's a readiness in you to take on various opponents or various blockages or roadblocks in your life, Sagittarius. Like I said before with the Eight of Wands. Person A, do you want to work with me? Here's my portfolio. They hem and they haw. They're in between on making a decision. So you say, okay, cool, I'll get back to you. Person B, how about you? They say no, you say fuck them, and you move on. Person C, how about you? I think I would. Okay, you're listening. They offer something to you. You're like, okay, I like that offer. You go back to person A. I have an offer on the table from person C. Do you want to, it's like that. It's like being ready to spar or, take on everybody who comes your way or everybody that you seek out, everybody that you solicit. It's a very savvy energy in terms of business and career, very savvy. In terms of dating, as much as I think you might want particularly one person, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, this is kind of your nature. You're not ever going to, I don't want to say this to make it seem like, you're, a Sag rarely backs themselves into a corner without a plan B. There you go. That's how I'll say it. So you may have your eye set on one particular person, Leo or not. They're great. You're like, damn, I'm really interested in them. But you're not going to put all your eggs in one basket. You're not going to shoot your shot just one time. Like I said, you're constantly pulling back on that bow and arrow, shooting your shot elsewhere. So, okay, I met this person at the grocery store. Cool. They were so cool. It was such a vibe between us, and I can't wait to talk to them. Fine. You still will be swiping left, swiping right, okay? You're still going to be open to friends who are like, oh my God, I know the perfect guy for you. Let me set you guys up. You're not going to exclude yourself from options because the Strength card tells you you can take it all on. Now, in terms of dating, maybe you want to be open in your relationships with people. Maybe you don't want to be necessarily exclusive. I wish you could see like the face I'm making. I'm kind of making like a Robert De Niro face. Like that's kind of what a Sagittarius is all about. Not, again, to call you guys or call you out or label you in any way. But again, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with you, Sagittarius. You have a certain goal, but you're open to different avenues of getting to that goal. Or in terms of dating, you're open to one person or you're very interested, want to be exclusive with them. Or if they don't want to be exclusive with you, you might be like, I can rock with that. You might be a serial monogamous person, Sagittarius, but the person you're interested in, maybe they're open, maybe they're poly, maybe they're non-committal, whatever. But the vibe is so good, you're just like, okay, I think I can get it. And I don't feel that would be settling. If it is, you'll know. But I really don't feel that would be settling for you. Yeah. Now, here it is, this curveball, this wonky ass card in your reading. Your final card in your main, your final card in your main spread, Sagittarius, is the Three of Swords. What are you doing here? Why are you here? As I look at the artwork, they're like, duh. Okay, so at some point, and that would make sense because again, I said this Four of Swords is where you have been. It feels pretty much in your past or your soon to be past, Sagittarius. Some heartbreak or heartache or loss or just, in this case, as you can see, a backstabbing has occurred, a betrayal has occurred, and it feels really like, it happened. It sucks. It hurt me. It disappointed me, but it's over. This doesn't feel super current, meaning I don't think if it's happening around now, the hurt of the matter, given everything that's around it, you are either deflecting it, maybe suppressing it, maybe. No, deflecting. I don't want to say suppressing. Because I really feel you're ahead of this. Like, you're being proactive. You're doing any and everything to prevent this from happening. or not happening, but lingering around you. Now, for those that are aware, this is traditionally depicted as a heart with three swords through it. And like I said, I did mention heartbreak or heartache. So sometimes this is seen as a card about breakups, about relationships, hitting the dustbin, so to speak. If that's true, and I've said all this about dating and having your eye on someone, having the confidence to shoot your shot, being open and single-late, everything I've said, I don't feel this, if the breakup happened recently, literally recently, the relationship was dead a long time ago. Does that make sense? And that has been thematic in several readings throughout the month of October. Things have been dead long ago. It's only now that the bodies or the carcasses are being buried, that the visual and the funerals and the burials are actually happening, even though there has been a cadaver in the morgue for months or years, okay? I don't know who that's for, but you know your story better than I do. If you have a relationship of any time or time length that was going on, you knew that shit died however long ago, months ago, years ago, it does not matter. But maybe only recently you guys finally said, you know what, maybe we should stop this. And you're like, oh God, thank you. Or someone is like, okay, yeah, I agree. If this heartbreak and heartache, like, okay, the whole deck is skeletons. But again, in other decks, you see people getting stabbed and they're living flesh and bone. In this deck, everything is a damn skeleton. You know how long it takes a body to decay before you see the skeleton? This shit is old. The loss of a relationship, it's just old. So that's specific for relationships. It would also apply in your career. Like I said before, if you're working a full-time job, a full-time gig, or a primary gig in an office, in a business, whatever you do, it's not fulfilling. You're like a ghost or a skeleton walking around that building. You don't care about the job, or rather, you're not fulfilled by the job. Maybe you do care, but it's just like, it's not fulfilling. It pays the bills, it gets the job done. It's an ends to a means, right? And again, your Four of Swords is above it. So you have spent time reflecting on that situation, reflecting on the end of the relationship, the final end, the burial, the funeral of the relationship. You've reflected on that. The years spent working at that office, working in the business, doing whatever your primary gig is. I've been working here 6 years. I've saved up enough money. I think it's time for me to finally put this to bed. Finally. Put it to rest, no longer give energy to it, no longer pay attention to it, no longer rely on it in terms of a career. Again, you have something saved up, you have time on the calendar, you take the time, you live off of your savings, and you shoot your shot when it comes to making your side gig your primary gig. Wonderful, Sagittarius. Go for it. Go for it. Outcome for October, Sag, is the Justice card. Major Arcana for Libra. Is this another person? Maybe. You don't have to be dealing with a Libra, of course. It's a general reading. But maybe in terms of the dating, maybe this is someone else that you might be interested in. If so, like they're fine. They're interesting. They've got a colorful story. Where'd you get that shroud? Where'd you get that robe? Oh wow, where'd you pick up your, like, you have a general interest in this person, but in terms of dating, I don't feel this person would be as interesting to you as the King of Pentacles and or this Strength card person. These might be one and the same, this person. These energies might belong to the same person, or you might have 3 suitors or 2 suitors. I don't know. But this one over here, in terms of dating, feels like the safe bet, feels like the person who on paper is amazing. On paper, they're everything you've asked for, but there's a certain predictability about them, or they might not be exciting, because with Justice, the archetype of Justice and the archetype of Libra is to be diplomatic, to be non-confrontational, to be a peacekeeper, a negotiator, somebody who toes the line, who walks down the middle of the road. They never want to go one step out of place. That can be, and remembering who I'm reading for Sagittarius, that's boring AF, okay? They might be nice, they might be intelligent, and they might be, you know, a good conversationalist, and they might be even physically attractive, like, oh my God, you're so attractive, but dull as a box of bricks, okay? And therefore, you might entertain it, but it's like, you know, should I really? You know, would that be fair? Would I be leading this person on if I continue to talk to them, if I continue to go out on dates with them, if I continue to sleep with them? So, Sagittarius, you have a judgment call to make. You have to decide whether you should keep this person on the line or if you should cut them loose, okay? That was very clear and specific for dating. Now, in terms of other areas, especially this career thing, which I feel a lot of you are on, as an outcome, you're waiting for decisions. Like I said, with the Eight of Wands that we started with in the beginning, sending out the correspondence and the emails, getting on phone calls or interviews with people, you're waiting to hear back. People that are going to work with you, people that are, you know, so about you, lukewarm about you, and other people who are just like flat out no's, or you find out they're kind of a dickhead anyway, so you don't want to work with them anymore, and you're kind of like, oh, I retract my offer. I take my application back. I don't want to work here, or I don't want to work with you, whatever it is. So there are things hanging in the balance, and what hangs in the balance, especially if you're like doing the whole shoot your shot crapshoot of changing your career within a 2-week period, or within however long your finances or your savings are going to last you, everything is like, will it work? Will it not work? You know? So something is still to be decided in terms of your career or your business. Will it go in your favor? Will it not go in your favor? Can't tell just from this reading. Can't tell. But, you know, the most I can tell you is there's a chance. And I don't want you to think there's a chance equals, okay, it's going to happen. No, literally, I can't tell you. I'm not going to clarify. I don't clarify in the generals. So it's based on what you know in a situation, or what you put into a situation, what correspondence and what information you receive back, what indications and instincts that come into your life that will determine whether justice is in your favor or not, okay? Your overall energy, interestingly, Two of Cups. So immediately, for those who are here for the romantic relationship part of it, oh, look. Maybe you have a soulmate, and you guys know, or at least maybe you don't know. On my channel, soulmates are not all, you know, fuzzy, wuzzy, cutesy, wootsy, bootsy. You know, it's not always that way. It can be. There are moments of that, sure, in almost any soulmate relationship, romantic or not, okay? You don't have to, although for you, Sagittarius, this feels super romantic, because we've talked mostly about love in the romantic sense. But as a general, for me, soulmates can be other people besides those that you have amorous feelings for. Now, I'm not saying you have a soulmate or that you know who your soulmate is. You have a connection, a strong connection. Maybe you or the other person is a little gun shy to use the S word, okay? Maybe you don't want to use the S word, or you're scared of it, or they're scared of it, whatever. But there is a very strong feeling with someone else in your dating life. Again, probably the King of Pentacles, maybe the Strength card. They might be one and the same, but it's like someone is definitely at the top of your list. Even if you are open to other suitors, or they're open to other suitors, there is this mutual attraction, this mutual pull towards each other that is frankly undeniable. Again, you can use the S word if you want. I'm not going to argue with you. In terms of the career or other areas of your life, I don't know that you would have a soulmate in your business world, but you might be looking for someone who you can connect with in an emotional and an intellectual way, or a creative way, because cups can talk about creative energies and like dreams and what's that called? Oh my God, inspiration. Thank you. So you might, again, with that King of Pentacles person, you know, in terms of like an editor or a producer. This might be your dream editor to work with, your dream producer to work with, or a fellow musician. Oh my God, we should collaborate on something. Or somebody who's, you know, like I mentioned quickly, like gaming, like somebody you know who's like big on Twitch or big on any other streaming, game streaming platform, whatever. And you're just like, I want to work with them, or I want to be like them, or I want to be friends with them, whatever it is. So there's this desire to connect in a creative sense or a business sense that's of a very similar quality as it would be in the romantic sector for you, Sagittarius. I don't know if person would be a soulmate, you know. Yeah, in the business thing, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like kindred, maybe. We can call it a kindred spirit or a kindred connection, not necessarily a soulful one, okay? Sagittarius, what is up? What a reading. Congratulations. This was one of the most positive, like I said, light to medium energies. This was not heavy and exhausting for me to do, so thank you. Thank you for being light and fluffy for the October readings. Anyway, if you like this reading, there is a like button down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. You can leave a comment below letting me know how this resonated in your life. I love to read those things. You can share this across your social media platforms on that YouTube channel that you're going to start. You can also subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And of course, guys, well, yeah, that's the of course. But why am I saying of course? That was... my whole speech got messed up. Anyway, guys, you will see me soon. I'm going to do the mid-October readings. You'll see that in about 2 to 3 weeks. You'll also see me go live on the channel here. I'll be doing a birthday live reading for Libras. You're welcome to pop in there. You do have the Justice card here, so maybe some of you are dealing with a Libra. Maybe you want to do a little eavesdropping, okay? But that is specifically for Libras themselves. I will answer their questions. I'll do readings for them. But you can just totally hang out in the chat and say hi and do whatever you want, okay? Yeah, man. So, again, like I feel like really like energized right now. I'm just like, oh, I want to go do something. I'm going to go do another video. But anyway, Sag, I thank you so much for watching this video today. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.